Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do a standing, grounding mountain pose for postural stability and standing. So the first thing that I want you to do is to visualize roots growing from the ball of your foot, the pinky ball of your foot, and the middle of your heel down into the floor. As you do that, think about just as much energy rooting you down into the floor as rising up your legs, up your spine, up through the crown of your head. Should make you feel a little taller. So kind of rooting down to grow up, okay? As you do that, notice your ankle bones kind of level out as you do that. It should help support more of an arch structure in your foot. After that, very subtly, I want you to think about spinning your inner thighs forward. Think 10% max, okay? And then visualize a stretchy floor and stretch the floor between your feet out so that you feel the outside of your glutes turn on, okay? So very subtle, spinning of the inner thighs, stretching the floor outside, okay? And then placing a hand on your pubic bone and placing a hand on your tailbone, come through some forward rotations, dropping the pubic bone down, pulling the tailbone up, and then reverse that, pull the pubic bone up towards the sky, and then allow your tailbone to come down towards the floor. So if I turn sideways, we see an anterior pelvic tilt and a posterior pelvic tilt. So kind of coming through that range of motion and finding neutral. And neutral is where your pubic bone and your tailbone are on the same level, on the same plane. So once you find that neutral position, turn on your deep core. Knit your ribs in, kind of zip up from your pubic bone up with that core activation, lengthening through the spine. As you do that, you should kind of feel that if there's any rib flare, that those ribs kind of pull in and over your pelvis so that your ribs are stacked directly over your pelvis, okay? Shoulders are right over the rib cage, and we're gonna do a little bit of a chin tilt. So a chin tilt, not meaning chin flexion down, but almost make like a double chin, okay? So we have the rooting of the feet down into the floor, a little bit of external rotation, a little bit of hip abduction to allow those muscles around the middle to activate, a good core control with the ribs directly over the pelvis, shoulders stacked on top with a little bit of that chin tilt. You can also place the tongue right behind the two front teeth at the top of your mouth, and that will help to activate your neck and position your jaw in a nice neutral position as well. And so this is something that you can practice anytime that you find yourself in static standing. Think, brushing your teeth or washing your hands or doing dishes or, whatever. It's just a great way to kind of find good postural control in static standing. And this is also a position that we can build upon, whether we're shifting weight onto one side, starting to do some hip hinges, but it's a great foundational position to kind of find yourself in that we can build upon.